Hey, my Pisces babies. This is EJ from Taurota Tarot. I hope everybody's having a good start to their week. Almost getting around to Thanksgiving here in a couple weeks. Pisces, this is going to be your New Year 2020 reading. Be mindful, this is just a general read. If you are interested in getting a personal reading, I am doing $20 personal readings indefinitely. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do after that, so we're just going to hang on to that for a minute. All of my information is down below. Let me say thank you, especially to those of you that have liked, shared, and subscribed. Pisces, you have been almost as loyal as the Taurus people. I just want to tell y'all thank you. This has been a good year for me on YouTube. I really appreciate y'all more than you know. Please feel free to do the same. Leave me comments. Y'all know I read my comments. Let me know what's going on. Let's see. There was an issue with sound quality. A couple people said something. I'm noticing, because when I do the playback, I do the playback on my big computer, and I never listen to a full reading, but I'm really listening for sound, because I know how I feel about sound, and I know how this little cranky ass phone is. Anyway, check your phone settings. Most, let's say 9 out of 10 people I asked it, they heard it okay, but there were a handful of people that were having problems. So check your phone settings, make sure your volume is up, make sure the volume in the video is up. Next year is going to be a thoughtful year for you, Pisces. That's kind of the energy that's coming back right now. It's kind of a laid back, chill, not too much of this, not too much of that for next year. So this is going to be a 9-card spread. So it's going to look like the usual spread, but it's going to be different. The cards are going to have a little different meaning. So in the 9 positions, in the first position, it will be an overview of the last year. The second card in the first row will be departing energies, or energies that will be moving away from you next year. The third card in the first row will be what to let go of. So shit that you hanging on to, you know, all that extra shit. That'll tell me what you need to be letting go of. The first card in the second row, which is the 4th card, will be what's important for you to focus on in the new year. The second card in that row will be your usual, the challenge and obstacle card, and that'll be the challenge and obstacle for you to focus on for the upcoming year. The third card in the second row, where will your help come from? So that'll show you people, places, and things that will be able to help you when you get to your obstacles and your challenges. The first card in the last row is upcoming opportunities that'll be coming up for you in the new year. And the second card in the third row, what needs aligning. So what in your life needs to come together? What do you thinking and your heart need to get together? Your heart, your spirit, whatever it is. It'll show you what needs to be aligned. And then the last card in the third row, what to avoid or cautions for the upcoming year. So we're going to get this cranked out. The last couple of readings I did were okay. I like Taurus better than I did with Aries, but the energy that came back for Aries is kind of here, there, everywhere, but that was okay. I know different for Pisces. I don't know, Pisces, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Taurus, and Cancer. For some reason, your energies are always very strong to me. I never have a problem really trying to decipher them. But all signs are not the same, so it is what it is. I did this already, I'm doing it again. I know I get shuffle happy. Anyway, so let's get this kicked off, Aries, and see what you got going on for the upcoming new year. And just a reminder, I don't do reversals, and for this reading, I'm not going to do overall energy, because obviously from month to month, week to week, day to day, your overall energy is going to change. So I'm going to leave that open, and then as we progress through the upcoming readings for the year, we'll do as we always do with the overall energy. So, in the first position, your overview for this year, which is coming up, obstacles and challenges. The second card, departing energies, wisdom. Don't get excited. We ain't got the second deck out yet. Hold on. The third position, what to let go of. I can, the solar plexus chakra. In the second row, what's important for the new year? Your focus. Love begins. Oh shit. As always, your challenge, your centerpiece card. Discontent and boredom. And in the sixth position, where help will come from, pulls the waiting game. The seventh card is the crown chakra. I know. Eighth card is what needs aligning, which pulls victory and success. And your ninth card pulls moving on, and that is what to avoid. Now, this is going to be interesting. Okay, so slide these up a little bit so I can see what I need to see. All right, so the obstacles and challenges, and this is your overview card for this year, is pulling the Two of Swords. The wisdom, departing energies. Wisdom is pulling the Two of Wands. What to let go of. The I can, solar plexus, Empress, and I can tell you now, let go of low self-esteem. Just hold that thought, Pisces. Hold that thought. Fourth card, what's important for the new year to focus. Love begins, pulls the Hangman. Your challenge and your centerpiece for next year, discontent and boredom, is pulling the Three of Coins. Where help will come from next year. The waiting game is pulling the options card. Seven of Cups. Upcoming opportunities, the crown chakra. I know, is pulling the Princess of Swords. What needs aligning. Victory and success pulls the Three of Wands. And the last card, what to avoid next year. Moving on pulls the Four of Swords. Oh, interesting. Fucking interesting. The hell can I say? So your overview for this year. You've been in your head. It's been a fucking struggle. Let's just put it where it is. You've been trying to figure some shit out. It's either too emotional or not emotional enough. And it didn't do nothing but present a whole bunch of obstacles and challenges. I hear you. I feel you. That's your overview for this year. Pretty much just trying to work through all of that. Looking at things for what they are. Even the things that you don't want to look at. So that's been this year, 2019. Departing energies. So this is in this deck about creating new energy. Once you have that spark, which I think is an Ace of Wands, a little kid with the bright eyes with the match. Once you get that, now you're here. What goes on the canvas? What did you see so you're beyond that. You're moving out of the Two of Wands phase, and I'm going to guess we're getting ready to get into the Three of Wands phase. Isn't that coincidence? This is how that works out, you know? But this is what's leaving. So you're moving past this. You know what you need to know. You have the wisdom now to know what you need to know about the beginning of something and what you really trying to manifest. What that energy is you're really trying to get back. This is leaving. And this is what you need to align with. This is in this position of victory and success, what needs aligning. So you're trying to get to this next level. We're going to come back to that. But that initial bing, bang, boom, pop is moving on. And so now you're moving out of that. I thought about it. I want it. I'm going to try and manifest it. You're out of that energy. And now it's time to start walking into that energy. For your third position, what to let go of. I can. And if we just wanted to be funky and put it in reverse, well, hell, I can. And this is what you need to let go of. Low self-esteem. And that's a major card, major arcana. You cannot, the message here is that you cannot let all of the emotional situations that you're in take you down a peg every time something happens. You've got to find some sense of balance and not be so easy of letting your self-esteem just kind of float away. Y'all feel me? I'm just saying. So what you need to let go of is having low self-esteem, and you need to get some self-esteem if you are feeling like that. There's no reason for you to feel like that, Pisces. And if you're fucking around with somebody that is making you feel like you can't all the time and got a problem with everything you do and don't let you stand in your sun, come on, work with me, and always telling you, you know, you could be doing this better and that, hey, you don't have to deal with all of that. And that might be one of those things that you truly need to think about letting go for the upcoming new year, hanging around people that are always telling you what you can't do. Yes, you can. Why can't you? I'm just saying. And be mindful that this is a 3. And we just got up off the 2 of Wands sitting on top of a 5. This is where you're trying to get to. You need to align yourself with the victory and success that you're trying to get. And these are the alignment cards. This is what you're trying to get to. You need to align yourself with people that are going to help you do this. Okay, hold on to that. When we come to the 4th card, what's important for your new year and your new focus? Love. Exciting and new. Yeah, love. Okay, anyway, there's going to be some new love for some of you. And this is where you need to direct your attention. But you may need to change your perspective on love. You may be looking for that tie me down and have me at the house with the kids cooking food. That might be what you want. But you may need to change your perspective on who's giving that to you. Because the kind of person that you think would be the one to give it to you might not be it. So this is going to be a little bit of thought next year. A little soul searching about what actually do I want to kick this off? Who? What kind of person? What kind of qualities? What do you want to kick this off? You're going to have to change your thought though. Because it might not be, the one that's 6'2" and 250 pounds. Might not be him. Just saying. Or for the little skinny girl with the big booty and the long hair, guys. Y'all know what I'm saying. That might not be it. So somewhere in that process, what's important to you, you may have to change your perspective to get down to the real meat and potatoes of what's really important to you in a relationship. And you may have to ultimately change how you're viewing situations with people. Challenge and obstacle for next year. And your centerpiece card is to not be discontent or bored and to start making some plans. That's your goal for next year, Pisces. Make some plans. Think about the things that you want to do, not just with somebody, but what do you want to do? What do you want to do? And see, all of that goes back to your self-esteem. And when you start dealing with the things that you want, nobody can tell you you can't. You're going to have that I can all day, stand up in your sunshine and just be beautiful. I'm just saying. But your challenge for next year is to not let this become a part of your vocabulary, discontent or bored. And you start feeling like that, then it's time for you to start making plans and elevate the game. Elevate your game. What is it that you want to do? Are you making plans to do it? You want to go see Beyonce sing in China? You working on them airline tickets? I'm just saying. If that's what you want, not what everybody else wants, but what you want. That's going to be the obstacle and challenge for you to deal with next year to kind of keep your focus. That, again, is about changing your perspective on some things as well. Where help will come from is when you slow the game down and you make others play the waiting game. You see that too up there. I'm just saying. You need to slow the game down, Pisces. You down. That in and of itself will be a help to you, because then you won't feel like you got to do all this, that, and the other. And even though this is options, when you slow, make people wait for you. What? What you in a hurry for? See? And that's what gets you messed up. Slow down and take a look at what's around you. Walk around the damn thing a couple times. New person on the scene, because this is in the love begins role is no. But look at what you're really dealing with, and see sometimes, and I don't know, I'm saying it, so Spirit is leading me to say it. Sometimes we get so caught up on what's on the outside, we don't see what's on the inside until it's too late. I will say it again. Sometimes we get so caught up on what's on the outside, we don't see what's on the inside until it's too late. Pisces, start playing the waiting game like everybody else. Check your options out. Look at what you have. This is your energy. It's cups, baby. Take your time. Take your time. The other end of this energy is don't get overwhelmed with all the things you can do. This ain't necessarily about things you have to do, but things you can do. Don't get overwhelmed because you got choices. Think about, okay, and I'll just say, being thoughtful about yourself next year is going to be key to making everything else kind of click. So thinking about yourself, what you want, how you want love to look. Looking at all of your options and maybe not just jumping on the first thing to roll out, but playing the waiting game and making folks wait for you till you, and see, then when you get to that, Spirit's telling me to say it, you'll start shaking some folks out, because everybody's not going to be, only those, the true and the faithful are going to be willing to wait. Come on now. So that's an area that, you know, when you slow things down and you play the waiting game, that's going to be where your help will come from. And I'm also going to say, if you do slow down, you will find people there in your environment that can help you do whatever it is you're trying to do, whether it's romance related or professional or school or whatever. You slow it down, you'll see where your help is. Upcoming opportunities that I know. So for some of you, it's going to be about college, graduating, or kids graduating. However, you may miss opportunities if you're careless. And I know the sword and all of that, and just you straight punched him out. Not that energy. It's about being careless. That's really what's coming back off of that. You can know a lot, but if you're not careful with how you use knowledge, if you're careless with it, it can jack you up. So just know your upcoming opportunities are going to be from what you know, but you can't be careless with the information. For those of you that work in fields where privacy is important, watch yourself next year. Make sure if you've got patient information or whatever, legal information is not supposed to be shared, supposed to be kept confidential, do your best to make sure that you're doing your part. If not, this can cause some of this kind of energy up here. People get mad and pissed off on some other stuff. So do your best if you work in that kind of environment. But again, what you know and not being careless with your knowledge. What needs aligning? And so here we come out of your mind and that part of the manifesting process. I know it looked like to play as somebody cheating card, but it is not. What needs aligning is you aligning yourself with people that are going to help you see your victory and success. So again, not these clowns telling you can't do that. What you doing that for? You can't do that. And fucking with your self-esteem. Drop that group and get with this group. Those that can collaborate with you. Even when it gets to, I don't know why this is bouncing around, but okay, those of you getting married, you need to get with your sisters and your cousins. Now, I don't know who I'm talking to right at this minute, but they ain't been there and done that. Some of the stuff you stressing out on about your wedding planning, that collaboration is needed. You manifested it, damn it, you got your ring. You done set a date and you got a place. Okay. Don't get into that Piscean energy where, you know, it's so overwhelming, y'all just swim away. And everybody else is just kind of hanging around like, the fuck, where'd they go? Collaborate. Don't get overwhelmed, Pisces. I know sometimes you get, again, this energy right here. You know, you got so much going on, so many options, so many choices of what you cannot do, whatever. You can feel like you just overwhelmed. And the same thing as I'm saying this, those of you that are getting married, it may be some part of your situation that you might have to wait on. The videographer, photographer, the band, I don't know, whoever's resonating with. But you may need to wait And you might have to set your date back a week, a month, or two, because you want that particular thing. There again, those options, what you want. Same energy, collaborating. In order to be here with the ta-da, I won, collaboration. Get with your people. Some of the people you may not even want to deal with may have some good ideas. So again, about changing your perspective, even though this came up on the Love Begins card, it kind of just threads throughout the year. You may just need to change your perspective on some people. So if you're trying to get things done and accomplished, reach out to the people that you don't normally reach out to. Things to look out for, what to avoid next year. People being lazy and people trying to leave you holding a damn bag. I'm going to say it one more again. People being lazy and people trying to leave you holding the same damn bag that you, and it's all up in this same energy. So we're talking about people that are telling you can't do something. And you know, all of this just having a complete and total effect on your self-esteem. You wanting to rush through and not really wanting to play the waiting game because you're frustrated with all of it. You got so many damn options and choices. Lazy. And people that's just dipping out on you, that's what you need to avoid next year. And really, anybody that's not serving, anybody that's busy telling you can't do that, do right, roll out. That's that whole little nugget of energy right there. Anybody not trying to help you. Weddings, once again, are popping up. I don't know, somebody ain't trying to help, but they popping all this shit. They in New York and you in Atlanta somewhere. You trying to get your wedding on and they be, oh yeah, I might have to. Call them next week and yeah, I'm going to get in. They ain't done nothing. Move on. People being lazy. This is resonating in other ways as well. If you are in a educational situation, whether a teacher or a student, and you are around either professionals or other students that are trying to glide by and not do the work, move along. Get away from them. This is seriously for you next year going to be a thing about collaborating. It's a chill year. Like I said before I put the cards down, it's a chill year. This is about negotiating through the choices that you have, making the necessary mental adjustments so you can kind of open yourself up to the things that you need to open yourself up to, particularly where love is concerned. And not letting anything really get in your way. Not anything causing you to be discontent or bored. Not anybody talking that bullshit about, oh, you can't do that, fuck that. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can do whatever. As long as it's legal, you can do what you want to do. And as long as you're not hurting anybody, you can do what you want to do. So don't let anybody tell you, I don't know why singing is coming up. Somebody wants to sing and somebody's telling you, do you. If you can't get a record contract, get a YouTube channel and sing. Somebody's going to get on your channel and they're going to tell you it's wonderful, it's wonderful, it's wonderful. I'm just saying, anybody that's trying to act any kind of sideways, lazy on you and lay up on the job, move on if they're not encouraging you. Move on. Pisces, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you guys have a good holiday season if you are in America. Everybody else, I hope you're doing your thing and doing it the way you want to. I will talk to y'all soon. Have a great week. Bye, y'all.